As the cherished Easter celebrations come to an end, the aftermath may leave a bitter taste for chocolate enthusiasts. The price of chocolate is poised for a steep rise, affected by changing climate patterns that have disrupted cocoa supplies from West Africa, which produces approximately 75% of the world's supply. The recent months have presented severe seasonal dusty winds from the Sahara, dubbed harmattan, which have engulfed regions in Ghana, the Ivory Coast, Nigeria, and Cameroon. These strong winds have diminished the sunlight necessary for cocoa pods to flourish. The adverse weather follows an already difficult previous season that saw excessive rainfall contribute to the spread of rot among cacao trees, causing a devastating blow to crop yields. Chocoholics may have already noticed an uptick in prices or a reduction in the size of their favorite Easter treats. Consumer groups such as Which have reported price hikes of around 50% on some chocolate items this year. These shifts in pricing are reflective of a tumultuous period for the chocolate industry, as manufacturers grapple with 3 consecutive years of disappointing harvests. Financial markets are feeling this scarcity with the global price of cocoa escalating significantly. In a recent trading session in New York, the commodity soared to unprecedented levels, fetching over $10,000 per metric ton. However, farmers on the ground are voicing concerns that the uplift in market prices hardly compensates for their heightened production costs and the dwindling output, factors largely attributed to climate disruptions. The cultivation of cocoa is an intricate process, as cocoa trees have a limited habitat, predominantly near the equator, and are highly susceptible to weather variations. These delicate trees provide the beans that are essential to the chocolate industry. Farmers who collect the beans are dependent on selling them to local dealers or processing plants that transform these beans into chocolate products for global consumption. Ordinarily, cocoa pricing is preordained by a regulated market, with set prices often established a year in advance. However, this system encounters severe strain under conditions of scarcity. At such times, local dealers may pay farmers elevated prices to secure the dwindling cocoa bean supply, unsettling the usual market dynamics. Consequently, global traders may engage in urgent buying sprees to fulfill their commitments to large chocolate corporations, sometimes to the detriment of local processors who can find themselves bereft of cocoa beans or incapable of shouldering the inflated costs. The situation is now particularly dire, with reports that several key African processing plants have either ceased operations or reduced production due to an inability to secure or afford the necessary cocoa beans. This conundrum is captured in data from the International Cocoa Organization, ICO, that anticipates a market deficit of 374,000 tons this season, a significant leap from the 74,000 ton shortfall of last season. According to ICCO projections, cocoa stocks could plummet to their lowest in 45 years by the season's end, forcing processors and chocolate firms to tap into reserves to meet demands. Amid these challenges, there's an ongoing narrative highlighting the human angle, the plight of farmers combating climate change and economic vulnerability. As the world savors the remnants of chocolate bunnies and eggs, the lingering question remains: how can the chocolate industry adapt to ensure the sustainability of a crop so deeply affected by our changing climate?